This is on April 30th, 2005, when Shanika Anderson left all the way from Maxfield Avenue. She left there with her mother, Ruth Green, and she went to the Coronation Market just to help out with her mom. On that horrific day, she was tricked into a patty and a box juice by some unscrupulous criminal. This unscrupulous criminal took poor little Shanika Anderson all the way to Raytown, where he sexually assaulted her. He sexually assaulted her vaginally and anally, and then he strangled poor little Shanika to death. I can also remember the year 2009. This poor, beautiful little boy, his name is Courtney Walker, but they call him Hard Life Sufferer, and he did suffer. On the 20th of March 2009, his mother went to river, and while his mother was at the river, she said, "I'm out of soap, little Courtney." And being the hard-working little boy that he was, he didn't hesitate. He said, "Of course, mommy," and he ran on the way to his house. On the way to his house, he said, "I'm not going to take the main road, I'm going to take this little shortcut." And he probably bumped into something that he should not have seen. And two grown men sexually assaulted this little 9-year-old boy. They sexually assaulted this little 9-year-old boy, and they stabbed him over 57 times. I went to the spot where his body lay. Ladies and gentlemen and people out there, I'm still taken back to know that we can do this to our children.
Every time I hear about our children gone missing, it makes my belly button puke to know that this beautiful country that we call Jamaica is ridden and riddled by crime and violence. In 2015, when I checked the statistic, in Westmoreland Parish alone, over 500 children was molested. I walk on in Jamaica. But let me take you back to the year 2005. It was a poor little girl that came from Maxfield Avenue. Her name was Shanika Anderson. She and her mother, Ruth Green, went one Saturday to the Coronation Market just to ply her wares, as she normally do on every single Saturday. An unscrupulous old man or young man, we don't know who it is or what it is, took away poor little Shanika Anderson on the promise of a patty or a box juice. He lured poor little Shanika Anderson and another little boy aged 9 to St. William Grants Park. While the little boy was busy watching the magicians, he took poor little Shanika Anderson all the way to Raytown, Manly Meadows, brutally raped and savaged poor little Shanika Anderson. Her lifeless body was found at about 4 o'clock the following evening. Her mother, Ruth Green, went the day before to the police station, and she spoke with the police officer. She said, "Officer, my 6-year-old little girl Shanika has gone missing." And the policeman looked at her and says, "Ma'am, there's nothing we can do. It takes 24 hours before you can report your child missing." Little poor Shanika Anderson was sexually assaulted vaginally and anally, and her nude, naked body was just thrown around like a piece of rag doll. In 2009, we can take you back all the way to a place known as Bamba River in St. Thomas. Poor little Courtney Walker, they call him Hard Life Sufferer, was on the river bank one Friday with his mother. She ran out of soap powder, and then she said, "Little Courtney, come here, little Courtney. Could you go fetch your mom a little soap powder?" While little Courtney was going through the bushes, a shortcut very close to his house, he came upon two unscrupulous men. We don't know what they were doing, but they grabbed poor little 9-year-old Courtney, Hard Life Sufferer. They brutally raped poor little Courtney, and then they stabbed him 57 times all over his body. Jamaica, how about this? How about this? You're not going with our picnic them. We need you to go back to the days of when it takes a village to raise a child. We need to be our children's keeper. We cannot just sit by idly and watch our children die and suffer. Jamaica, we are the gem of the Caribbean. We are the brightest stars of all the world, and yet still we cannot nurture the future of this country. We appeal to all the parties that may. We appeal to all the mothers and the fathers of this beautiful country that we call Jamaica. Take care with picnic them. Look out for our children them. They are the future of this country. Ja Ras.